transparent. So the code of the system is open source, it's transparent, but the transactions are also transparent, but is the whole system transparent? Yes, the system is not transparent, is red, and no, the system is not transparent, is blue. Yeah? Blue is transparent. Sorry. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, it's okay. Question is, what do I mean with the whole system? It includes everything. So from the code of the source code, from the system to the transactions to everything.
But the businesses or the whole ecosystem contributing to Bitcoin?
Not all of the application. I mean just the core system. Yeah. Okay.
The core system.
Yeah.
Only the core system.
So the blue ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The green. Yellow. Orange. Anyone? No. And red ones. Also not. So, what we did, and of course it was a bit, sometimes it was not clear what was, and, but what we did, we checked to what extent we think that each of the characteristics of the Bitcoin system is of a pyramid system is the same as the Bitcoin system. And I did this for myself. I filled this in, just like we did, and I came to 39%. Now, it could also be 30 or 50, but what we see if I do this for other things, like the euro, like a normal bank account, spaarrekening, and a normal account. And Amazon.com a share. Play casino spell, gambling game, and the two pyramid schemes themselves. Then we see that this is the Bitcoin system, and it's almost the same, let's say, as an Amazon share. So it's, of course, it's not exactly, and it could be just a bit less, just a bit more, but we came to like 37%, and it's almost in that region. And from that, we can say that it's not a clear pyramid scheme. We can also say that it has some of the characteristics of a pyramid scheme. In case, let's see.
Who agreed with what?
So we think that it might be a speculative system. And there is risk of collapse in the Bitcoin system. So also there are net winners and losers. So it has some of the characteristics, but not all of them. And now we have one question.
There you go. How do you propose that it can collapse? I'm really interested.
If everyone, for example, trades all their bitcoins, then the system collapses. So
highly unlikely. Like if you're looking into an academic paper, you want to take into causality, you want to take into probability, you want to take into account real life scenarios. So what you're saying is no real life scenarios. The output of data that you can obtain from that research is very invalid. Do you understand what I mean? So you're looking at it as collapse, and you're saying if everyone sold it, that's like saying the planet can die if everyone went outside and blew everything up. Like, in theory. Like, you're talking about 0.00001%.
Everybody switch off all miners.
Like, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I'm very confused because it has no, like, to me, none of those things have to happen with Bitcoin, you know? Risk of collapse would mean the entire internet goes out, which is, I don't know, you tell me how likely that is.
Now the system also collapses when everyone sells. So, and that could happen.
Yeah, as likely as a lot of people.
Yeah, how likely it is, that is what we, maybe people over here think it's kind of likely to.
Would you say that the euros has a risk of collapse? Would you say every single currency on the planet?
Yes. Even the euro has a risk of collapsing, yes.
I just want to see it. What is it?
The problem I have, for example, the problem I have, for example, with net winners and net losers is that in a Ponzi scheme, the net losers, they really are the losers because they were the last to step in.
Yeah.
But in Bitcoin, you simply, you are a net winner because in 2009 you bought some Bitcoin for 50 euros and now you're a millionaire. But you're not a loser because you now in 2009.
Yeah, the problem with this is the system is currently running. So from a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme, you can say afterwards if it has net winners and net losers. But in this case, the system is still running, so we don't know that.
Yeah, but I mean, a pyramid scheme is meant to accuse people. But Bitcoin, if you're later to get in, and in the end, it's a payment, or you can use the blockchain as a payment application, to say it like that. But I don't really see the net losers because it's not built in the system. I mean, the Ponzi scheme is meant to screw people,
Yeah, that's a wrong intention, and we think the Bitcoin system is not a wrong intention.
Yeah. So for me, the question is not.
We can, in my opinion, we can say that the Bitcoin system has net winners, but maybe has net losers, because if it doesn't collapse, then it doesn't have net losers.
Yeah, but if it collapses, everybody has. That is one nice thing of it. If it collapses, everybody has the problem that it collapses.
Not what you say is that if it collapses, everyone has the problem that they lose all their money, but not if they step out early enough.
Yeah, okay, but that's the same thing if you step in earlier. But let's not get it wrong.
Let's say you step in now, then you could be early.
Yeah, but if I get my Bitcoin but not buying them, but having them, then...
That's the way. Let's say you step in now, and you step in early, and it goes like 5 times more, 10 times, 20 times, 50 times.
Yeah.
Then you're actually in the pyramid scheme. Then you bought cheap, and you sell really high.
It's not a pyramid scheme.
Could be.
Yeah.
Please.
That's it.
The last question.
Yeah, so here's my question. You lost me a bit at the beginning. So let's just say the question is Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme. So the way I understand a Ponzi scheme is like, hey, I've got this great investment. All of you give me your money. The people give me the money and they tell their friends like, hey, this guy, he's got this great investment and so on. Right? Money I collect in, I pay out. Okay, so this is sort of how I understood the Ponzi scheme. Maybe I'm wrong. Until at some point you can't pay out anymore. So why are we testing people's perceptions and what they think about all these indicators? Either there's some guy collecting money and, doing payouts until the whole thing collapses, or there isn't. So why are we using these indicators to test whether or not Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme? That's sort of...
Okay. Now, of course, in your case, it's one guy, but the question was, could it be also the system? Could it be also not just one person? Are there new sorts of pyramid schemes? For example, you buy 10 bitcoins for $100 each, and the price goes up, and then you sell some of them, and the newer people who buy at that time at a higher price, maybe they won't be able to sell at another price. So the question was, a lot of people mentioned on the internet it was a bubble or pyramid scheme, and what I did was I wanted to know what exactly is a pyramid scheme and how could this be compared to the Bitcoin system, as a lot of people thought it was a pyramid scheme. A lot of people, like in the media, on the internet, or everywhere.
So there's, can I just quickly reply? So there's pretty standard understandings of what a Ponzi and a pyramid scheme is. And then there's the question about, what kind of characteristics does that thing have, and does this resemble the characteristics? That's fine, but I would be very careful about explaining that to people, because that kind of lost me in the beginning. I didn't understand that. Because I'm like, well, no, it's not a Ponzi scheme, because there's no guy collecting money and
The point is, if you replace it for tomatoes, you also get a very interesting outcome, because tomatoes, there's a Dutch political party who is known for using it for the wrong intentions. So, tomatoes could also be a Ponzi scheme. So, so the questions are, I find it difficult to answer them because...
This answer, it was just some quick, how do you think about this? In the thesis, it's explained way better than I did over here in a short time.
And practically, how can it be a Ponzi scheme? If the Bitcoin is only the way to put the transaction on the ledger and check if they are right or not.
And maybe a lot of people build a Ponzi scheme together without, in this case, a wrong intention. Could be, but we think it is not, and I think it is not.
We know it is not.
We know it.
Please say a big applause for Patrick, thank you for giving your presentation. If you want to, you can get some drinks.